Coordination game. Midweek brain scramble. Wednesday snuck up on us quick with the holiday on Monday there. But we got a nice one today. It's probably, this coordination challenge is on the simpler side of things. So I want to issue another maybe perspective that you can approach this from and see what you think. So in a moment here, I'm going to demonstrate what this coordination pattern is, and you'll see very quickly, it's fairly simple, and maybe your thought process went similar to mine. We're like, oh, I could get that, no problem. The challenge this week, if you want to give it a shot, is watch the video. Watch me do the pattern as many times as you think is necessary to kind of commit it to memory. And then I want you to turn the video off and spend the next 10 to 15 minutes trying to replicate it from memory. So rather than being able to kind of go back and forth, you do it, watch it, you do it, watch it, this time I want you to try and take in as much detail, as much richness of what this pattern is, and then try and work off of memory and see what comes out of it. It was a unique challenge. I think mine ended up being pretty similar to what was before, but there are like slight tweaks that I think resulted from doing it this way. And yeah, it's just like a unique way to challenge your mind and your body in a different way. Obviously, there's the physical element of what's going on. Doing this pattern for a minute is physically challenging. There's the coordination to try and get all the pieces there. But then, like I said, the process by which you pick it apart and like try and rebuild it in your brain is something maybe that we don't get access to too often. So that's kind of the homework for this week. It reminds me a little of several conversations I've had, but I was reading a book with Atlas recently, and it was about things in nature, and it talked about birds and how the same species of birds in different regions will kind of develop their own dialects to their bird chirps or their bird songs. And I found that pretty interesting, which it makes sense if you think about it. It's like the song is not born with you as a bird, I guess. It's something that's learned. So you hear the birds in your environment and you try and mimic it, much like kids do with their parents and the people around them. So this process of like seeing and observing something and doing your best to kind of replicate it, and then having these natural fluctuations come as a result, I think is a really unique like phenomenon and something that we can participate with. So yeah, have fun with it. One thing I will say, like we've done in weeks past, even though you're not going to reference the original video as you do this, definitely look at your own video. And since this is on the maybe more simple side of the coordination patterns, try and pick up little nuances where you could improve like the quality of what you're doing. So you may get the actual basic pattern down, but you may notice after the first or second try that it looks maybe very stiff or robotic. Try and pick apart what qualities need to be improved as you do this, and see what kind of progress you can make maybe over the course of this 10 minutes or several takes on the video. Like I said, it's a fun, different perspective to take, a good way to spend 15 minutes of your time, and I think you'll learn something new, and at the very least take away something physical. So I think that's all I wanted to say on the matter. I'll show you what it looks like. As always, the goal is to spend 10-15 minutes of work. If you can get to the point where you're doing whatever pattern you think is legit for a minute, that's the idea, and then maybe compare to the original video, and then I'll post you the link of the video that I was learning from here. So here it is. Pick it apart a few times, try and commit it to memory, and then give your best shot of trying to recreate it. Have fun.